Hello, hi. This is Speaking the Unspoken with KARANI Julius. This is where we discuss what is not being discussed out there. And guess what? In our today's video, why the relationship are failing. Why the relationships are failing. Remember, your work is to share. Remember, your work is to like and also to subscribe. For them that have not subscribed to our channel, also ensure that you write a comment. Let us know your input. Let us have your feedback and how you have been faring and how you have been helped by what we are sharing. Remember, this is Speaking the Unspoken with KARANI Julius. Welcome. Today we are discussing something very interesting. Why are the relationships today failing? And the relationship is very broad, very, very broad. We have relationship is not always the girlfriend boyfriend affair. It's not all about the fiance issue. It's not about a relationship that will lead to marriage. It is not only that. But I want to tell you today that everything you see, it is given birth to the bond of relationship. In church, relationship. In business, relationship. In families, relationship. Then we are having a lot of up and downs in our relationship. And that is why today in our video today we are discussing why relationships are really failing. Why are they failing? It is a worry. People begin together, they work, and after two months, they are no longer together. It is an issue that we really need to address because nobody is talking about it. What is wrong? What is really affecting us in this relationship? Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. Number one thing that is really causing our relationship to fail, one of the things that is really affecting relationship today, it is because people in relationship do not know that there are boundaries, there are limits. Let me tell you, if we fail to recognize the limits that are there in relationship, whether in marriage, there are limits. Whether in your fiancé issue of relationship, whether in church, if you fail to know your boundaries, your limits. Let me tell you something. I have a friend who told me a very powerful statement. I keep on remembering and repeating this statement every time we are together. He told me that if you really want to live well with people, if you really want to live very well and with others, live with a person the way he is. Live with a person, and by the time he's saying that, it is sunk inside my heart, and I decided I will live with people. I have no issue with people. I have no issue. I will live with you the way you are today. So if you really need to know why your relationship is failing, probably you went beyond your limits. You went beyond your limits, and therefore you need to understand them that are in relationship, them that are relating in different capacity of this life. We need to know there are limits. There are limits. Don't overwrap your limits in a relationship. Every time you do that, then that gives birth to the breaking and to the destruction of that relationship. So every time you are in a relationship, ensure there is a boss employee relationship. There is a boss servant relationship. Therefore, if every time you pass the limits, you pass the boundaries, my sister, my brother, then you are attracting, definitely, automatically, you are calling to an end of that relationship. Today we are speaking about why relationships are failing. And I'm started by examining one reason, and I've told you that it is your early time that you know that in that relationship you are in, my brother, you have limits. You have limits. Even if you are relating with your children as a parent, no, even in that relationship, there are limits. That is why we are having chaos. We are having a parent who cannot see eye to eye with their children, not because something went wrong, but either the children or the parent went beyond the relationship limits that exist between that. It's high time that if we want to build this society, we know there are limits. There are limits definitely, and we need to be very cautious about it. We need to be very cautious about the limits that are there. Number 2 reason. This is where we are speaking the unspoken. I've started by telling you there are limits. Don't forget that. There are limits. Number 2 reason why relationships are failing today. It is wrong perception. Wrong perception. You perceive, you have a perception. For instance, you can be thinking that when you are there in a relationship, everything will go very good all the time. I have seen friends who will always say that, you see, I expected so and so to help me, but probably at that time the person was not in a capacity to help, and therefore, because you perceived that this person is your friend, you perceive that you must get this from this person, then if it fails, you are discouraged. We really need to have a very positive perception. Sometimes back, somebody told me, if you hear somebody say something negative about you, before you condemn them, you really need to ask yourself, why are they saying it about me? Why? So we didn't need to know that some of the people get into the relationship with a wrong perception, and we didn't need to take care of the perception. How do we perceive? I thank God, because the Bible says that God looks at the heart. But human beings, we look at the outside appearance. And therefore, every time we are addressing the issue of relationship, we are saying that there are perception. There are things that people perceive, that probably if I get married, things will be smooth, everything will be working. But I am telling you that they are up and down. So perception yako, you really need to work on it. You really need to be positive about your perception. Number 3, remember, this is Julius Karani. We are speaking the unspoken. Keep on liking, keep on sharing this video, keep on subscribing, and ensure also you share to your friends so that we can get them enlightened, and we are blessing the name of the Lord because of you. Always you are there for us. Number 3 reason as to why we are talking about number 3 reason why relationships are failing. Number 3 reason, apart from the very number 1 that I've talked about, limits, and apart from perception, is number 3 is living the life of others. There are people who are not living their own life. Therefore, they live others' life. Marriages are failing because probably wife, I have heard of this story, that every time there was a man who was married, every time as they drove and the wife will meet a big car, and he tell his husband, those are now men. Those are the little men, because they are driving huge and heavy vehicles. And the man was so tired, and he said, no, please, let's stop. Then he told the wife, please, can you get out for a moment? And then he drove off and told the wife, look for those men. Now, we really need to live our own life. We really need to accept our situation. And I will tell you that your state and your level, the way you are today, does not mean that is how you will be. Please, can you have a room of patience? Work things out. There's nothing that means that wherever you are, you will remain there. My sister, my brother, don't give your partner pressure because you really need a big TV. One of my friends told his wife that even if they have a 21-inch TV and other people have 64-inch, he was trying to tell the wife, see the sense that you will not see news that are recorded while they see live news. The news are the same. So it is only the issue of accepting where you are. Know where you are and accept, then start working. Even we say that then the fastest step towards healing is acceptance. That you accept this is the issue, now you start moving from level to level, from glory to glory. Please don't live another person's life. Because your friend bought a car, now you will not sleep. You give other people, you start having pressuring your husband, you pressure your friend. No, because you saw another person doing something in a certain way, you really want to imitate. Can I amaze you? There are people really who are imitated. One famous man of God who was preaching in our radios, then by the name Bishop Pius Moiro. But where are they? They are never heard again because they imitated. They lived a lie. So my sister, if you are in a relationship that you really don't want it to fail, ensure you live your life. Accept your situation. We are speaking the unspoken. We are talking the real thing, the things that are affecting our relationships out there. Last three, and the last thing that we are talking about, number 4, reasons why relationships are failing. It is because of wrong upbringing. Nowadays, the issue of us having mentors, the issue of children, the issue of young teen having mentors, we really don't have good examples out there. We are having even people in relationship arguing in front of others who are looking at them as their mentors. Therefore, we have very long parenting, we have long mentorship because there are no good friends out there. So we have a problem, and therefore we leave everybody to hack his own thing. And I hear people say everybody for himself and God for us all. But that is not the case. We didn't need people to show others way. And we didn't need good role models. We didn't need to have that. Because there is a lot of bad upbringing. People are not being nurtured. If we say it, people are not being nurtured. Go to churches. We don't have people who can nurture people. Go to business. We do not have, because there is a problem with an African man. There is a problem with an African man. We do not think about raising others. And relationship is all about being concerned with what mark will I leave. If you are in a relationship today, know that there are people out there who are looking at you, who are running from you. That whatsoever you shall do, then you are affecting generation. Every action you take in that relationship, you have. Imagine parents, you are disagreeing in front of your children. My friends, you are not raising a good example. You are not setting the standard of relationship. You are really not. You are destroying some relationship in future. So we are brought up back by men who used to fight their wives. Therefore, every time that happens, we also felt that it should be that way. But that is not the case. So we really need to be very cautious. Them that have some years, them that are grown, and there are people who you are raising, please ensure that you are a good role model. That you know there are people who are looking and watching after you. If you are a leader somewhere, no, there are people who are following you. Them that are in churches, we also need to exhibit good examples. We really need to be good examples. Mothers out there, can you be good examples to your daughters? Why do we have raising daughters who are very rebellious to their husbands? It's because their mothers used to be to their fathers, and they were seeing it right in their eyes. We really need, what do you expect? What kind of a woman are you bringing up? So fathers who are insulting their wives when their sons are there, what kind of a father are you bringing in future? We have wrong upbringing. Today, in this video, we have discussed 4 reasons why relationships are failing. Limits. People are passing their limits. Then number 2, we have also talked about the issue of perception. People have wrong perception. You really think that you are in a relationship, it should be heaven, and then you meet with the frustration of life. You are discouraged, you are no longer there. We have also talked about people living others' life. Can you live your own life? So for your relationship to stand. And then if you are out there, no, you are a role model. You really need to be a good example. This is where we speak the unspoken only with KARANI JULIUS. Until next time, ensure you like, share, and subscribe. God bless you.